ignore the fact that that's going to be involved and don't think about the legalities of a partnership in marriage when you do take those vows, then that would be really silly.
So, yeah, I agree with what you're saying. To me personally, with marriage, can I just say my opinion on it? Yeah.
That's why you got the mic.
Okay, so marriage to me, I don't think I think you should get married after you've succeeded. You know, like I think you should meet someone, build a life with them, see if you stand the test of time, and then get married as a celebration. And I do know that yeah, it is a contract financially as well with it, because you know, half and half, and that's my opinion on that.
You can clap that if you agree, clap if you want.
No wife for me tonight.
No. Yeah. All these odds and you killed yourself in the first question. Man, what were you thinking?
What?
Anyway, Elaine the Pain. Damn.
Hi guys, so Elaine says it is a financial contract and we want money man around here, you know what I'm saying? So, you have to have the money if you want the honey and you want the kids and the family because you're a provider, protector. That's what you should do as a man. Yeah.
Oh.
Right, I think it is a bit of a financial contract because you can love someone but you don't have to love someone and then pay for it, because sometimes these men will come either pocket or not just that, imagine the man wants to leave you now and you have to get divorced and you're left with nothing, or if you've got to split half of the thing that you work hard for, no. So I just feel, yes, it is a bit of a financial contract. Love is love, innit? You can love someone all day long till the cows come home, you don't have to pay for that.
Oh my God.
I feel that to some extent it could be about love. To some extent it could be about love, but I feel that it definitely is a financial contract, especially when things go the wrong way, things end. That's what it comes down to, financial. I feel that if two people get together, yeah. Let's say for instance that you're planning to buy a house together or whatever. My personal opinion and something I've always stood on is that lady should have her own house already and the guy should have his own house already. And once that's set, then if they want to get together and buy a house together, then by all means. But for me, like, personally speaking of myself, I'm a homeowner myself, so for me, if the person I want to marry, they have to own their own yard before we even think about going down the road of getting a joint property together or whatever. So, yeah, that's basically it.
We had a question which was about the discussion about the separate houses. Traditionally, the husband is meant to take the wife or the pending wife from her family home. So what if she's there building, trying to make herself successful and waiting for that partner? Is that not acceptable, or?
I mean, maybe in that circumstance it could be acceptable, depending on what she's doing with her life. Do you get what I'm saying? I think when I'm just talking more of like she's just bracking it. She's just there. No. I'm just saying like she's not really doing nothing with her life like that, and then she's coming and then expecting me to then buy a house and that. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm just saying I think she should have her things in order first, isn't it?
So what happened to building together and growing together and building that life together as opposed to the individual? Is it two becoming one? We work together, we build the foundation so we can build and have the things that we need to have as a family? Or is it because in our society we've already started everything before anything, so that means by the time we get to that union there's nothing left? Because everyone's got children already, people have houses already. I'm just trying to understand it.
No, listen.
Because back in the day when our parents came together and stuff, it was about love, and then we built it together.
Of course, and that's the key thing you said back in the day. But you see that nowadays, it's just not like that.
So we've lost the love.
100%. 100%.
So what's the point of the relationship then if there's no love?
Boy, listen,
I'm just wondering here.
The day and age that we live in right now is run by social media and X, Y, Z. So unfortunately, don't get me wrong, I'm someone who's like, Now, I always think to myself, why can't, obviously the age that I might have seen different generations, whatever, I always think to myself, I was saying the other day, like, how things have just changed from when I was growing up to the age I am now. I've just seen so much changes. And
yeah, but you said that she has to have her whole house first. Is that what you said?
I'm saying, if I believe that if one person, if she had her yards first, I'm saying that the man should have his own house first before they get a house together.
Why?
Because
if you're building together, then we build and buy the house together.
Yeah, and then when things like.
But why are you thinking about when things go wrong? But you know, and that's the problem, because we're thinking about the future as opposed to the present. We don't live in today's moment.
Yeah, but listen, if things pop down.
Yeah, but you should be thinking about it popping down, because you can enter into something forever, isn't it?
Yeah, you can say all that. You can tell them the count's come home, but.
Well, in that case, you already fell before you started. So
not necessarily.
Well, yeah, because if you're thinking about the end before you get to the start, then how are you going to get to the start if you're thinking about the end?
You have to have your wits about it, man. You can't just say, oh yeah, I'm in love and head in the clouds and all that. Because when shit hits the fan, or say for instance, you know, cool, when we got into the situation.
I was just going to say though, buying a house is a contract in itself. So that's a lot of contracts in something that isn't got to where it wants to be.
No, I understand. You made some definitely key points, but I'm just saying that as a whole, you just, as a man as well, or as a female, you still have to have your wits about you, because not everything's a perfect ending, do you know what I'm saying? And you have to be prepared for that, if that does happen. And sadly, a lot of cases that we see is that when people do get divorced, and maybe there's no prenup signed or whatever, the woman clears the man for a lot of things. And that's what happens.
I just wanted to say, when it comes to marriage, there's two ways of looking at it, right? There's the love aspect and also the financial aspect, and the two have to marry, right? Also, I feel like for men...
Great pun there, by the way. Great pun. Great pun.
All right. I feel like the aspect for men, there's a fear there because already they're thinking, oh, this woman's going to take me for whatever I have and all of these sorts of things. But you can't go into a marriage thinking that way or feeling like you have to protect your assets if this is the woman that you're, you know, in front of, saying that I declare my love to you, whatever is mine, it is yours.
Hold on. I wish I had a tape so I could just rewind what you landed with. You literally just reversed out what you said when the mic was first passed to you. Like, you literally started off.
I can change my mind.
So, okay, so we got that. Okay, we got that. Change their mind already.
People can change their minds. But I said there's two aspects to it. I said there's two aspects to it. If you want me to work on the financial thing, then I can. But I was more about marrying the two. If you want me to go on the financial aspect, yes, it's actually a financial contract. Back in the day, you used to. You know what I'm saying, the daughter used to be traded and whatever it is and married into the family and all of those sorts of things, given dowry and all of those sorts of things. That don't happen anymore because women work, women are responsible for their damn selves, they're also responsible for their kids. So really and truly, when you look at the roles, if you're in a traditional marriage and a traditional roles, you have to think about, okay, what finances am I bringing to the table? What is he also bringing to the table as well? You're marrying the two, so at the end of the day, you have to think about that. It absolutely is a financial contract. And when people break up and divorce, what do they talk about? They don't give a damn about the love. They give a damn about, okay, what are we splitting up here? So I get the house, Kiara, and land. That's what we're talking about at the divorce stage, you know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is.
I just think, like, yeah, financial contracts. But like, what about the love? Like, what, you're just gonna marry someone because they got it? Two broke people can't get married, is that what we're saying? What, broke people can't marry each other? You know, wicked, what? And what happened to like obviously back in the day with the goats and the dowry and all that and getting 2 goats and 1 chicken egg or whatever, I don't know. But like, what, I can't come with a grand, you got 10, I got a bag, but I love you. I can't come with that. Is that what you're telling me?
There'll be a whole lot of love, I think is what this.
Wait, let me ask a question. Does love pay the bills? Does love pay the bills?
If a woman loves you and you love the woman and the woman says we're struggling, isn't the man going to say I love you enough to go out and work harder? No, because you're coming on this team like, if you ain't got it now, we can't proceed.
We can't proceed. Did you want to say? Did you want to say?
Alright, but I'm broke at the moment and I want a woman to flipping motivate me to get that money. But love, man.
I fully agree with you. Sorry, young man, I fully agree with you because I think that the whole purpose of marriage has been lost, yeah?
Yeah!
When we talk about tradition, you go way back. You got to understand that fathers and mothers were sending off their daughters to certain families and love wasn't involved. Tina Turner done sung about it. Love don't count for shit. But when we come into this century, when we're in 2026 and we're talking about relationships, it doesn't really talk about tradition. It's more about what people want for themselves.
Yeah.
So people are like, right, I want to get married because that man's got something, or that woman's already established something. So at the moment, we're in a time frame where people will do things for their own gain.
Well, women are on the rise as well. Women are on the rise as well, Carl. If you go back
because they're working now.
No, but if you go back in the day, remember Granddad come over, Grandma stayed over there, and then Granddad saved up his money to send for Grandma. She was
cutting dresses and everything there as well. I'm not saying that Grandma weren't out working, but Grandma was doing something. Do you understand? In this generation, when we talk about women and men, the dynamics have changed completely. So now when we're getting into relationships, I'm sorry to say it, I'm probably going to get a little bit of kickback, but man, them are shook. Because you lot are looking at things like, rah, I've got something to lose. When women are coming into it, they're like, oh God, I just want to be married. Oh my God, I never even said anything. It could be broken, it could make no difference. My point is, when women go into things, we tend to not go into it with fear. We don't know. We tend to go in it because I really want this. And there's also a desperation. Sorry, ladies, there are some of us that just want to be married.
That's the time's running out.
Maybe it's that. But what I'm saying is,
And you push that
Do women actually want honesty, or do they want comforting lies?
what?
Leesh, we're back with you. Someone's already got their hand up in the air. It's not that time yet.
Who says that quote? Is it, you can't handle the truth? Who said that?
Jack Nicholson. You good, man.
Tom Cruise in there, man.
It's not Tom Cruise.
It is Tom
Jack Nicholson in the same film.
Well, I don't think women want the truth, really. I don't think there's a lot of women, and I'll just be honest, a lot of you just can't handle the truth. Just in life, like, what was also that guy? What's the guy's name? Kevin Samuels. Women hated him, but you see him, he kept it 100. He kept it so good. It wasn't his delivery, but he was blunt, got straight to the point. And so much women hated him because you couldn't handle the truth. Women don't want the truth. They love them comforting lies. They want to feel you. Like me, I can handle the truth. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me. That's fine. Say that again. I'm talking about women in general. I'm talking about women. I personally don't think women can handle the truth. I think they will prefer. At this point in my life, I can handle the truth. Maybe before, you can talk for yourselves. They asked me my opinion. I've got the mic. It's my turn.
Yeah.
It's my turn.
That's fair.
So that's my opinion.
That's fair.
And I think, but I'm going to generalize. I can't speak specifically for each of you. I can just speak from the women that I've seen, what I see on social media, and like my example that I just gave, everyone's backlash to Kevin Samuels. That's where I've got my opinion from. I don't think women can handle the truth. They like the comfort in lies. Talk. Hold your position.
I just want to say, I don't know about women, I'm not a woman. But what I will say on the real, yeah, I'm like Mario Wine, I don't want to know. Like, I don't want to know. If I'm with a girl and I'm in love with a girl, I don't want to know. Do I tell? Oh, so this is a direct to man.
No.
Oh, okay, accept.
Oh, do women want comfort? I hope so. Because you know what? If I tell a woman the truth, the truth I tell her, there's more to it. Like, I'm gonna I'm gonna tell her the whole truth and nothing but the truth. In her mind, what I know about women, they want there's more to it. That's not it, Leon. You're not telling me the whole truth, Leon. I told you the whole truth. I told you everything. I've been like I told you the whole truth, but there's more to it. Yeah, and there's questions for months after. So no, you don't want. You want more than the truth. You want me to create your lie and create your world for you. And this isn't right because that is the pressure on a man. I put an experiment out. I told my partner, truth. It was war. I told her a lie and she said thank you. 2026.
I'm gonna laugh and you're laughing.
Yeah, I do believe that women want comfort in lies, and some of us can be very delusional and fall for man. I mean, I was there, you know, when I was 23, 24, you know, wanting the comfort of lies and trying to sell myself to a man who was saying, I do not want to be in a relationship with you, but he didn't come out and say, I do not. He was just like, I weren't ready, this, that. But there's me thinking, oh, well, I'm perfect, and this, that, and I think we're great together, or whatever it is. I'm telling stories in my head to myself, because I'm thinking, oh yeah, like, why can't we be together? It's a perfect match, and all those sorts of things. So we can absolutely be very delusional when we want to be, especially when we have friends, and we said, do you see the red flags? The girl still went back and, you know what I'm saying, did whatever she did, and now she's still in the relationship, she's still getting cheated on, she's still whatever, now she comes back and runs back and tells you, and you're like, we've had this conversation 100 times already, I'm tired. You know what I mean? Like, please leave me out of it. So at the end of the day, we absolutely want comfort in lies, and it's when you find yourself and you're secure enough that you absolutely want the truth. But until we answer those hard questions of where those insecurities come from, that we want comfort in lies, that's where, you know what I'm saying, you can absolutely find yourself. So yeah, women do want comfort in lies.
Right. So I feel that women do want honesty, but I feel it's men that doesn't want to be honest and they want to be wasting my time.
Calm down, ladies. Alright.
I would want for a man to say to me, look, Kcandice, yeah, I don't really like you like that, you know, and it's not going to go nowhere. I'll be happy with that because I'm just going to walk away.
Would you be happy with that?
Of course I would.
Really?
100%, yeah.
And you're going to walk on?
100%.
You're not going to ask why?
I'm not going to, why don't you want me?
Why?
I ain't doing that. I'm not asking no man why they don't want me. I want me. Yeah. Having this conversation in the car, I was saying to her that when I was younger and I didn't have kids or responsibilities or anything like that, I don't really care about honesty. I just want to lie down with a man, to be honest. Yeah? I don't care about anything like that. But as I've got older and you know I've got children and responsibilities, and I completely want honesty. Like honestly, I would want a man to tell me he does not want me because why I'm going home. Yeah, and that's me personally. So I'm just speaking for myself and maybe all the women that are clapping.
I'm only clapping so I don't get in trouble.
Stop pandering.
Hold that heart, it's alright. Let your arm rest, I can see it. It's alright, yeah. There it is.
For me, obviously I'm not a woman, but I just think it's, I feel like every woman's just, for me, I just think every woman's different, isn't it? Some women are gonna be one way, some women are gonna be another way. Certain parts of their life, some women might be more naive when they're younger. As they get older, they learn and they know exactly what they want, so they want to have the truth. So for me, that's all I'm gonna really say on it. That this is what it is.
Okay.
Safe. That's That ain't broke either as well.
biggest draw is I need to make an informed decision. Don't lie to me. Even if it's something you don't think I'm going to want to hear, even if it's something you think is going to draw me away from you or make me act a kind of way, everybody's learning here, everybody's growing here in this life, I mean. And so if someone doesn't tell me the truth, and then I go and move forward in a certain kind of way, based off of a lie, am I really here? Am I really engaging in an appropriate way? And I think a lot of men specifically won't tell a woman the truth because they're worried that they ain't going to get what they want out of it. Because they're worried that they're not going to get what they want out of a situation a lot of the time. However, if you have to lie to get it, are you really that guy? You're really not that guy. And also, if you're in a relationship and you're concerned that your partner is going to get upset by a truth, or it's going to be a long process, long process of a conversation that you're going to have. Again, people are entitled to ask questions. If my partner, my friend, my sister, my brother, my aunt tells me something and I don't get it, it doesn't make sense to me, I'm going to say, but why? Like, I'm going to ask you more questions, help me to understand, you know what I mean? Like, we're all trying to learn each other here, but we can't learn each other off the back of a lie. Let me
ask you a question. Do you believe that some women are delusional?
I believe that some women make a choice to stay in situations until they choose not to.
So are you saying that some women are delusional?
I don't think that's delusion, I think that's a process. And a lot of people have to go through processes in order to grow out of situations or out of negative habits, negative cycles that they encounter throughout their life for whatever reason, trauma, blah, 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 blah. Yeah? So I'll give you an explanation. For instance, if a woman is in a relationship with a man and she knows that this man, he's moving mad, she don't really she doesn't really feel how the love from him, etc., etc. However, she
says I love you.
She loves him, or she's connected to him in some way. Yeah, emotionally they're attached. So, in order for her emotional attachment to be severed, a lot of women need processes. Like, you need, this one time he did that, then I forgive him, then this one time he did that. That isn't delusion.
I feel like
the reason why I genuinely think that's a process.
It is a process.
Because if I cut it,
man's doing a madness to you and you're just accepting, oh, because
But you don't know what you're doing.
I've got to see the phone that you tried to this guy. But you already know, you have the instincts and you thought about it, and you know what's happening. Someone screeches in your ears and told you, but because you didn't see it yourself, you don't want to believe it. It's delusional.
women struggle to let go of emotional
100%.
And that doesn't make them delusional, that makes them human.
100%, no, I get that.
So when you're struggling to let go of emotional attachment and you're going through a process where it's easier for you to let that go without you bawling and suffering and being upset for days or weeks or months.
What it sounds like is that you're taking the accountability away from the woman. The same way you've asked for the man to give you a choice in saying, okay, cool, tell me the truth and I can make my decision. If the man his actions are telling you that he don't care about you, he don't care about what you've got going on, and you know that you've processed it, you've spoken about it with your friends, your family, everyone else, and you still choose to go back to that man, you are choosing that situation and you are choosing to be delusional because you know that he's wrong for you and you're still going back there. You're taking away her accountability as a woman to say, you know what? I could have done better, I could have advocated for myself better, I couldn't have sat there in that relationship for too long, and you know what, I was comforted by his lies because I knew he was doing me wrong. That is your accountability showing up, and when you go into your next relationship, you know that's not going to happen again because you're taking accountability for what you allowed to happen. That's what I'm talking about.
And I totally understand that. However, for some women, for a lot of women, okay, well, here we go. But the thing is, it's not like, I'm not saying it's like you're comforted by the lie, because you can know that that's what's happening, and you're still choosing. Again, you're making the choice. Not because he's actively told you, I'm doing this with that, or I'm making, you know, and you're still making the choice. But my point is, it doesn't mean that it's delusion. It just means that that person isn't in a place to make the step.
Where is the accountability?
You're not losing accountability as a woman because you're still recognising that that's the situation you're in. And you're making that choice to stay. And then when you leave, you then say, I stayed, and I had to go through that process in order to leave without losing too much of myself or without feeling like I did the wrong thing. How many women have stayed with a man when they were younger who was cheating and cheating and cheating, and then they got married because she stayed? But I'm not saying anyone should do this. I always side-eye girls who do this. But they get married 10 years later, and they're happy. No, I'm saying, but because that is something that happens in society, as women, we second guess and we question whether or not we should stop and give them chances. Oh, if we leave, was it too soon, or did I make the right choice? So sometimes you have to go for a bit of a process.
You're right. Can I say one thing on that point? Do you know why? Do you know all the time that women are doing all the things that you've just said? Do you know what you're doing to the man's head? When you're telling him this, and then one day you're this, and one day you're that, and the next week you're this, and the next week you're that, because you're going through all these things and all these conversations with yourself. No, men, listen. Men.
What do you mean what you do to
Okay.
Hold on.
No. Listen.
Leo, think very carefully. You had the heart, right? Keep going. I'm saying.
Right. Listen, all I'm saying is, while you lot are making all these decisions, am I going to do this? Am I going to stay? Is he this? Is he that? Is he that? You've done all this whole conversation in your head without even conversating with the man. Oh, 100%. 100%. But you won't see it. You won't see it because we're here, like, you're talking about men that are running around wild, right?
You're acting like men are blind to what they're doing.
No, you're talking about men that are running around wild and coming to you home at night. No? Is this the men we're talking about?
All men that don't communicate, so they have to make, you have to just stuff.
Do you not know you have hormones and all that madness?
You know, if I exit this way, and then I suggest you run straight that way.
Is this a surprise?
Is it the way cool line on the neck? Hold on, What's it? Hold on.
There's so many other things that go on in men's heads. So I totally agree with what the lady over there says. I think we're just sort of stuck on the word delusional, right? I think that's what it is. So forget the word delusional, forget accountability. I think in most cases, if a woman, general woman, whatever, you don't want to know the truth, you don't ask it. No one don't ask the question.
Don't make stuff making stuff up in your head.
No, I feel like making stuff up in your head because you're delusional. What it is word delusional, we can, or taking or not taking accountability. The point is that you don't, on both sides, when you don't want to have the conversation, you don't have the conversation. But I know there's a woman, in every single woman in this room, when you ask for the truth, you actually want it. You actually want it, because before that, you're not asking.
Well, you're not ready.
You're going about
So you can be right.
Events for however long, this, that, and the third. No one's not communicating, and it goes back to communicating. But you don't actually ask the question. Let's all be honest. But when you ask the question, and you want the truth, and you don't get it, that's when the problem starts. Because you actually, at that point in time, you genuinely want to know.
That's not when the problem starts though, because you've been waiting to ask the question.
Sorry?
That's not when the problem starts though, because if you've been waiting to ask the question.
I'm not saying that's when the problem starts. I'm just saying, in that point in time, you've let something fester. You're learning, you're going through the process of this has happened, I let that slide. This has happened, I let that slide. That moment when you actually go to say something is the moment that you want to make those decisions, you want to move forward in whichever way it is. Whether you're saying, you're going, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But the process is, 9 times out of 10, you hardly even say anything. And if that means you're sitting in delusion, then it's sitting in delusion. But 9 times out of 10, you're not necessarily arguing, you're not doing all of that stuff. Because you don't want to know.
But what's happening while you're not saying?
You don't want to know because, sorry?
Because you don't want to know the truth.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm not saying you're not incorrect, but you're saying when women ask for the truth, do they really want to know the truth? They don't ask for it unless they do, is what I'm saying.
while you're making,
I hear you, but I don't know if that would be a high percentage. But I agree with you to that point. When you get to that point, when you've gone through all of it, and I get it. What you're saying. Okay, yeah.
I'm saying when you ask for the truth and you don't get it, and you're basically saying when you ask for the truth, do you really want the truth? I'm saying I think most women do want the truth when they ask for it.
Right. So what's happening? So what's happening in between the time that they think about it and ask the actual question? What are you doing to me?
I think it depends. Each one's individual to itself. So cancel culture is going to be when everyone just jumps on the bandwagon on one thing and just hammers someone. And no, that's not cancel culture. Cancel culture, bullying or accountability. So bullying would be them just all jumping on there, not looking for a result. Just saying, you said this, you done that, blah, 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 not expecting that person to learn or grow from it. Whereas if you're holding them accountable for their actions, you're going to point out to them what they said, let them respond, and then watch them and see how they grow and learn from it. So it depends on each situation which one it's going to be. I don't think you can have a blanket overall definition to cancel culture itself.
Yeah, I agree. The shit up, like, I think if someone does something that's bang out of order, and we all know, and you've done it for what I don't know the words. It's clickbait and rage bait and all these things. If you like, I come here and I said I wanted to mention it. If you talk about this Ginger J situation, everyone knows him, right? Everyone knows what rapper, right? So the way he was talking and the things he was saying was just wrong. It was wrong, and you shouldn't say that in public, and you shouldn't put us across this way and all that. And I think you should be cancelled for that. And I don't care. He does deserve the opportunity to redeem himself if he does it the right way, and if he acknowledges. I think there's a lot. It's so deep. But cancelling someone for, if someone does a madness and someone says a fuck, you should cancel them, because that's what they really. That's who they are. That's the person you've invested in, and it's the person that's who they are. And me personally, when this brother said all these things about this woman and all that really upset me, and I believe you should be cancelled for that, because you should know better. And you didn't care, because you let all this go to your head. You let all of this social media and all. I come from a time in entertainment where there was no social media. But when you come to it now, and everyone's arguing and shouting and dissing and saying wicked things, and then the next day, you're going to try and come with something. Nah, you deserve to be cancelled. You don't deserve no ratings, you're out of here. Look at Kevin Spacey in America, big Hollywood star. Yeah? He done something wrong, cancelled, it's done. There's no apology after to get back in because you get clicks and all that's long. You're cancelled. We know who you are. We know what you're about. You're cancelled. You're done. You've got no space in this. And if anyone supports it,
side-eye to them.
Side-eye to them. One thing we agree on. Thank you. Side-eye to them. That's my whole thing. Cancel, yes. Cancel them if they're wrong. If they're wrong, cancel them.
The bumper hoes tried to cancel me and they couldn't. Yeah, so my whole opinion on that is I've actually been through online bullying, and it's not the first time it's happened actually, because I went head to head with the Black Americans on TikTok. Yeah, so if you can survive that, you can survive anything. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel, and the Asians as well, like, they try to online bully me and do all of that and make threats and whatever it is. But I believe that if you believe in what you're doing and the message that you're trying to put out and you're trying to spread, no one can come up against you. As long as you've got your kind of team, your support there, no one can come against you. And one thing that held me up throughout the whole thing was Black women. When I tell you, they rode for me, yeah? They rode for me, and honestly, I've been an advocate for black women ever since I started out on social media, and they will always have my back and I will always have theirs. No matter rain or shine, I'm there, do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, in terms of like online bullying, the thing that hurt me the most was that it was my own people, especially the men. And you know, I had to really sit down and think, okay, cool, what am I going to do next? Because obviously this thing has now spun out of control, where it's now become personal and all those sorts of things. People are doxing me or whatever it is. Now it's going too far. So when it starts to affect your personal life and whatever it is, absolutely you need to take a step back, and that is what I did. Everyone had something to say, right? And when I stepped back for 30 days, not one thing was done. Yeah, not one thing was, no strategy, no plan, no nothing. So after that, no one can chat to me about anything. So chat to my back. So other than that, yeah, like you just stand in what you believe in. So don't let no one try and bully you, try and counsel you. That's not it. With the whole Ginger J situation, I agree with Leon. He absolutely should have been cancelled. Because what you did, you betrayed black women as a whole, and you can't get away with that. No. And I'm so glad that we pulled him up and held him accountable for every single thing that he said. So yeah, 100%. Yeah, he even tried. He tried to come up under my comments and start run off his gut.
I don't want to see him.
Black women run him anyway, so.
Okay, first I'd like to say I hate that council culture business because it never lasts for long. Like Ginger J, like make him come off the platforms. Like why is he still on there? I feel like some people say such derogatory things that they shouldn't even be allowed to have a platform again on social media. I want them cancelled, gone. I don't want to see them. That's how I feel about certain things. But some people just say some things that are not even too deep, you know, like, oh sorry, did everyone hear the first part of what I'm saying here? I don't know, like some people like to cancel people for some real stupidness. I just, you know, some people like to shame people for the same shit that they're saying in private, right? And when they hear someone else saying it, they think, okay, that person's worse than me because they're saying it, let's cancel them, like, do you know what I mean? It's just, and that I find is bullying, because I feel like the internet sometimes is a bit too soft, man, like too, like sensitive, like you can't say nothing, like even like, just say if you wanted to talk about, can I say rape here? If you want to talk about rape, you have to say rape.
Well, you said it now, good to know. Could have asked me beyond.
Cancel.
Yeah, you have to, like if I was to talk about a story to do with rape, I will get cancelled because I used the word rape, Now that's pure stupidness to me, but God man, even here I have to say great.
Wow. Why didn't you say something before we start that? I'm joking, carry on.
Okay.
Carry on.
So the cancel culture is just real stupid. It is accountability if you're saying some real deep skin back rudeness, then that is real skin back accountability and you should be cancelled forever. So that's it. Have I said what I needed to say?
No, you're right. You're
right. I kind of agree with what you always said, to be fair. I think we hit that nail on the head. For me, I feel like social media nowadays, compared to maybe, let's go back like 10, 15 years ago, it's definitely changed. I agree with what you say, that everyone's a little more touchy now. Like, you can't really say anything, do you get what I'm saying? And I just think it's very toxic, like, even like the bullying and stuff, like even that will happen to yourself. Like, people like threatening to tell about houses, all this kind of stuff. Like the way social media is now, like, you know, like, I used to be like heavy into social media, but I'm not really anymore. People always ask me like, why are you not into that? Like, how come I don't see you no more? Why are you not on social media? You know what I mean? But for me, it's like, I just see what's going on, and it's just like, I don't want nothing to do with it. Do you get what I'm trying to say? It's just one big, like, foolishness. Everyone's crashing now, everyone's getting onto each other. Like, it's just something I don't really want to be a part of, you know? Like, I don't see what everyone's purpose is, and like, don't get me wrong, everyone, like, some people actually got like a goal, what they're trying to achieve and stuff, but I feel like someone sees someone do something, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that, and everyone's just trying to do the same thing, the clickbait stuff, and man, I think there is a lot of bullying, like, don't get me wrong, like, people should get cancelled for certain things, But sometimes I just counsel them, but then it's, you know, people want to take it that bit further as well. Do you get what I'm saying? I just feel like that's why there's so much like animosity and people hate each other and everyone's angry. Like, alright, cool, if you counsel someone, you counsel them, but then you don't need to start, I don't know, trying to go to their yard and putting up pictures of their family members and all that.
That's where it crosses bullying.
Yeah, it's bullying. Do you get what I'm saying? 'Cause at the end of the day, like their family members, they're innocent people at the end of the day. Do you know what I'm saying? And they don't deserve to have their privacy plastered all over social media and whatnot. So I just think when you get into that space of social media, you just got to be very, very careful what you're doing, very mindful as well. So yeah, man. But yeah, big up.
That's a big up.
That's it. Okay.
Debate corner. Welcome to the debate corner. It's the debate corner.